Hello, and welcome back to More in Stars in Time. Well, last time was a bust, after we did everything right, supposedly. Oh, I don't like that. The music's all slowed down. Sifrin, you're up! Here again. Here, have you thought about doing a sleepover tonight? Oh. You zone out. Absolutely, I thought I'd ever know. Talk to you later, Mira. You tell me about the carrot method so she can learn that one skill. And wink. Double moving shield. You watch her go, and we're done. Talk with the daydreaming woman. Some loops she mentions her sister, and others she says she's an only child. Ask her about Isabeau or Adele. Isabeau says, if I ask Odile, then she says she's an only child. If I ask... So Odile must be the older sister. She's from Kabue, yes? My sister visited Kabue once. You know they call most people by their last names? It's just different culture. And this Odile, I can tell. She's like the mom of the group, isn't she? Huh? Something feels weird. When you ask her about Isabeau, didn't she tell you she was an only child? But this loop, she says she has a sister. Which country did your sister move to? Ah, my sister? She's a few years younger than me. A few years ago, she decided to travel the world all on her own. She lives in another country now. Isn't that so brave? Living in a foreign country, just like that. But which country? Oh, sorry. My sister now lives in... She lives... in... My sister... She's my younger sister. She's weird. She's brave. She likes to sing. And I can't remember her name. My sister? What sister? I'm an only child, you know. What? Shit's fucky. Shit's wonky fucky. But why? Why is it wonky fucky? Well, this is not working. You don't feel like going to the Change God statue is actually doing anything. You're doing it wrong. Maybe you're not putting enough into it, so instead, maybe you should... You look at all the statues, looking at each of them carefully. This one. You tap the one you like the most on its head and breathe. You breathe in and out. Crouching down, you whisper to the statue and ask, this is weird. For speed. Your hand's still on the statue, you whisper, speed, speed, speed. You want you and your family members to be fast enough to attack first. It's what you want. You actually feel a little faster. You do some side steps and can tell they come easier than usual. And your family members' attack speed got boosted. You close your single eye. Didn't jump on the pointy rock this time. You nod at the statue and turn back. Interest. Buy something. Show your only silver coin. With one of those you can get a third of a pastry. But aren't you one of the saviors? Traveling with little Mirabelle? Don't worry about a thing then. Can I get you anything on the house? Any pains au chocolat? Actually, no, my delicious buttery croissants if you want one instead. No, you frown. Incredible. Incredible. About keeping it for later. Devour the pain au chocolat in 2 bites. You're still hungry. Should I do everything again? Like get the letter and everything? I mean, I don't need to. But brain fuck you with. I want to I want to fuck with people's brains. If I get them to eventually, my hope is that if eventually I get them to understand, then shit happens. Maybe things will change if I fuck with everyone's brains. Right, I have to go through this again. I also have to beat Tutorial Kid. Tears are coming out. Before you can try to figure out how to respond, they've already taken out a lovely handkerchief and blown their nose into it. Pick that. Nope. Alright. That's done. They're not laying in bed thinking about anything. Are you liking Vogard? It's nice, right? Lots of scholars, good food, welcoming people, especially their house of change. Let everyone in, and aren't shy about sharing their knowledge, even if you don't feel hollow their belief. Strange, right? Traveled a lot, but I've never been to a country that with such welcoming people. I can move here, to be honest. Well, it's a little awkward right now with the king. I'd actually be forced to move here permanently. It'd be a good spot to be frozen in. Not that I think you won't win tomorrow, of course. I have faith you'll win, of course. Vogard is very welcoming. You wish they'd stop mentioning you're clearly out of place, though. I don't know where I'm from. I'm from location. Maybe later. Of course, come back whenever. Do the fishing thing again. Somehow, even though you probably won't catch anything, fishing calms you down. You feel at peace. Once again, you didn't catch anything, but you're fine with it. I feel like you've got the chance to put your thoughts in order. You got a memory of fishing. You'll always remember this.
When equipped, memory of fishing gives you +2 attack for every time you've gone fishing. The cost of attack speed, though. You can't have everything, Stardust.
That's not bad. Because I've gone fishing almost every time, but not every single time. So it looks like it's. I'm guessing it's. No, it's not 1-to-1. It's 1-to-2. So for every. So my attack speed goes down by 2 for every 1 attack point I gain. So I could turn Sifrin into a fucking. Yeah, +2 attack for every time you've gone fishing. But oh no wait, it's just a flat -20 attack speed. I read that it. I didn't read the description. Don't have to think about anything. +2 attack for every time you've gone fishing, but -20 attack speed. Well, that would put me at 186. So what's my attack speed compared to everyone else's? 150, 144, 119, 100. That would still put my attack speed leagues above everyone else's. Go with a round one this loop. She really knows her lines, huh? Well, they're not her lines. They're the first. To her, this is the first time she said anything. What's wrong? You look really pale. Mirabelle is here, sitting on a bench and looking at papers.
Hey, Sifrin. You need anything?
I gotta get these bonus things. You point at the pile of papers. She gets her hand on her rapier. You're choosing someone for something, right? Seems important. Maybe I can help.
I suppose you have more experience than I do. All right, I would like your help if you'll give it.
Experience. You laugh silently.
Sure. Thank you, Sifrin. But this might take some time, so make sure you have time.
Yeah, I've got time now.
Oh, Okay. You gotta do this. Sit down next to me, maybe. Wow, you're here. Wow, you're here again! You don't really have to go through this whole thing again. You can just zone through it and skip it completely if you'd like. You'll even still get the cool skill, but if you do, the skill will be a tiny bit less useful. Your choice.
Okay, so it's a tiny bit less useful. What makes it... So I probably should find out what, I probably should find out, like, what the difference is. So we'll zone out for this time around. We'll zone out. That was automatic. Oh, okay. Martin, hello, welcome. Where are we today? We're back at the start, doing it all again. Makes all family members invulnerable to attack for one turn. So it's still the same, but it doesn't. I'm guessing it. I'm guessing it might have like a longer recharge time. But we aren't too bad off because now we have a skill that lets us what is it? What's happened? We died. We beat the same thing that always happens. We get to the end, we talk to the head housemaiden, and then time gets reset, and we're no closer to figuring out how to break the loop. But we're not without anything. We got this memory of family thing, which lets me get double experience for everyone except for myself, which means I can make my party members stronger way faster, which is incredibly useful. All right, I gotta beat up the kid. Like, that's what this whole game is about. This whole game is about, like, yeah, we're officially in loop 13. All of last stream was just loop 12. This one is the beginning of loop 13. And once again, we gotta go around, do everything again, talk to everybody, do all the tutorial stuff, get the good items, because I want to. Because I'm thorough. Alright, first is paper. First he throws paper. So, I want to throw scissors. But we have new questions. And so I do need to go talk to Loop. And that'll probably get us towards something. Oh, the kid throws rock. So I need to throw paper. But things are getting more interesting. Because now Sifrin is getting a little bit more angry about the whole thing. So things are getting a little bit darker, I guess. Especially with like how the background music is slowed down. Which I find very interesting, honestly. But it's still the same thing it always is. Part of me kind of wants somebody who really, really loves this game to watch these streams and be like, why are they and just explain to me why I'm torturing myself. Like, the best way to make this game more fun. I do need to go in here to get the thingy thing. Alright. I got that, so I got the thing I need to make the bomb. No, it's okay. I won't tell anyone. kid nods seriously at you. Welcome to the ground. Boop their nose. Croc spell. We'll talk to them in a bit. I swear we got a weapon from them. Did I get a weapon from them? The griddle pan. I don't remember where I got the griddle pan. It's been too long. All right. Can I help you with anything? Get all these done except for Isabeau. Sifrin wearing that fake smile. As he's just going through the motions. I have time now. Zone out? Yes. Well, at least they let me skip all of it. Alright, now we go and do all the things with Bonnie. Bonnie. Help you with anything? Don't. I do. You love. I have to do all this. I do have to do the quiz again. Rice. Pineapples. Samosas. Without cheese, with potatoes. There's one thing you remember. If you read them all, you do pay attention to me. There's one thing you remember. Snacks. So it's not entirely effortless with all of them. I still do have to do Bonnie's little quiz again. Yeah, zone out for this. All right. Now we're gonna go talk to Loop. I need to do the paper tree thing. Oh, sorry. I'm in your way. If I'm in your way, then aren't I? I'll get out of your hair. See you at the clock tower.
Welcome back, Stardust. Power Love didn't cut it, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping this could be it somehow, too. But at least you found out more about your party, didn't you? You had fun, didn't you?
What is it all good for if they'll all forget it in the next loop?
Yeah, but...
For once, Loop seems at a loss for words.
In the meantime, though, how can I help you on this wonderful new loop?
Let's talk about something.
Sure.
Aren't you bored?
Me? Nah, don't worry about me, Stardust. I like being in the sun.
Weird one. I had a question about Mirabel's statue.
You went to Mirabel's statue. I saw that. I wanted to ask you about it. I couldn't see it very well. I saw you go to the statue and ask your housemaid to touch it. And then poof! Nothing! I think you were talking to someone?
Heh. Yeah, the change god.
What?
You tell Loop about how you and Mirabelle talked to the change god.
Well, putting aside the whole the change god knows you're looping and thinks it's funny to watch aside, it's nice that the change god talked to your housemaiden. She was thinking she was a bad believer because she doesn't feel romantic or sexual attraction. Isn't it nice to know some god out there doesn't care about that sort of thing? Especially the change god. Kind of freeing. Your housemaiden got some closure. Even if she doesn't remember.
You nod.
So they think it's funny, huh?
Loop swears under their breath. You're angry too, but you just breathe and move on.
Well, neat. That's neat. And I guess that's the end of that.
At the end is a bow.
The thing he said he'd tell you at the end of your journey mentions he wants to tell you something when you go to sleep at the clock tower. That's probably it. But someone interrupted him just as he was about to tell you. How unfortunate. If only there was a way to make sure he wouldn't be interrupted. Maybe you'd finally get to hear what he has to say.
It keeps happening too. Odile seems suspicious of me.
Is that so? That research of yours is pretty perceptive. Better not act weird or interact with stuff that makes you act weird too often in one loop. Or do. What does it matter? She won't be able to figure out anything anyway. Figuring out your looping in time just because you're acting weird would be quite an achievement.
Bonnie was looking at a book. I guess that's done. Book fan. Statuses are different. Nah, nothing. What should I do next?
You're doing so many different things. What do you need help with?
Find more about the loops. About the loops. What should I do now?
So you found out about Timecraft, and the head housemaiden just repeated everything when you saw her. What else could you do to find out more about the loops?
Maybe you could talk to someone whose name is Loop. Huh? Fucking.
A refresher? Sure. I'm repeating what you already know, but you're stuck in a time loop. You're repeating the same 2-ish days from when you wake up at Dormont to seemingly when you talk to the head housemaiden. When you get to the head housemaiden, or when you die, you immediately loop back. You're not completely helpless though, since you can more or less control when and where you loop back. And just the fact that you loop back means you seem to have some kind of control over time, just like the king. The king said his power comes from something called Timecraft, so we can assume this is what you're using as well. The power to craft time. It has been hypothesized to exist, but was never proven up until the king appeared. Timecraft is supposed to ask for immense amounts of power. It was believed that crafting time to pause time for a single second would kill the user immediately. So, how did the king get this power? How did you? You also found out that what happened with the head housemaiden wasn't a one-off. Every time you talk to her, she seems to be repeating the exact same thing until you loop again. She says something is broken, failing, rotting.
Well, that doesn't help. Nothing. Well, there was a whole thing about needing to talk to Loop, and then fucking nothing. Actually, nah. I guess nothing. What if I just kill Loop? What if I just kill them? What if Loop is the reason I'm looping? That would make the most sense to me. Finish helping everyone out. Oh, that's right. You didn't ask him if you did any help this loop. Well, so you need help with anything? Kept the best one for last, is it? Oh, Civ. I'm glad. Yep, I'm ready. Let's go. Zone out? Yes. All right. Goddamn sticky keys. Your fighter learned how to use We Will Win again. Yeah, double moving shield at the start of battle. Memory of reflection. Alright, they already have memory of training. And I do have memory of family equipped. I do indeed. Alright, let's go. Once more into the again. Breathe in and out. Here again. Let's just defeat it. She'll be fine anyway, won't she? Great. Speed. Protection. Oh, right, I don't get the... Gain a lot of XP. Sifra's now level 76! Right, I don't get the attack buff because that's a Sifrin thing. Breathe in and out. XP doubled for everyone else. Gotta love when it's easy. So we're gonna be going through the house yet again from bottom to top. I'm over 1,000 HP. There we go. There's that true damage. Double for everyone else. Oh, that double thing is gonna make things so nice in the long run. Especially if I do loop forward. Let's see. Slap! Tear you apart is so fucking good. It's gonna make everything so much nicer. Your family members' craft skills and experience be recorded. Hell yeah. Ding ding. Yet again. Receive ding ding for power. Right, that's right, I remember now. We need to go to the head housemaiden's office for the article about the king. No time. Broken. Oh, wait, I didn't give Mira the fan mail. Whoops. Oh, well. It's not that big of a deal. It might be an achievement, but I don't know if it's going to mean anything in terms of the game. Onward. Onward and yesward. I can't slap them because there's 3 of them. I slapped them anyway because of habit. It's okay, I'm fast. I'm very fast. I might as well kill one of them. There we go. It's paper, so buy one, get one 3. Beautiful. Yes. Grab my maps again. It's in the kitchen, so. Hell, does that mean we don't even need to go to the left hallway? They pose no threat, but I want my friends to be, I want my family, very important distinction, to be as strong as possible, to just decimate the king. Because this is exactly what I mean about it being very Temple of the Ocean King. Like, it is now more efficient to go from bottom to top again, because, what is it? Because now I have an ability that lets me double the experience for everyone but myself, who doesn't need it. So in the long term, and if I ever were to warp back, it would be best to just go from the bottom to the top again, because then I would get my friends to be incredibly strong. My family. Again, important distinction. Right, actually, I don't need the training when I'm Bonnie. I need safe rooms. And then, for the sake of my patience, no, get Mirabelle lovely moving cure. Isabeau. Stargazing. There we go. Now they're strong. Odile can keep the first strike one because it makes us faster. Excellent. So storage, Rumum. Very nice. Because why would you? I just don't have much to say. I need to stop looking at the change gun statues. Because that's one of the unskippable dialogues. Slap the bottom one. Oh, it's Isabeau's turn. Smash. All right, now they're level 46. Fantastic. We really haven't been doing that many fights either, so this is fantastic. This floor also doesn't have any alternate paths, so I don't need to worry about that either. The crest is in here. Goddamn sticky keys. Slap. Delete half its health right there. There we go. Combo attack. Doesn't even get the opportunity to do anything. Excellent. Nice. 2,200 experience for everybody. Yes, because I need to go to the kitchen. The loot is get. The loot is get. And now hip. You hit your hip into the counter and bite your lip really hard. You hit the counter back. Bad counter. Beat it up. You feel better. This is a good way to resolve this. What would be interesting is if eventually Sif just like automatically chooses for me eventually. Like the options for like skipping dialogue are just chosen automatically for me, so I'm never given the option again to re-listen to it if I wanted to. Go. Glorious power. Sifra is now level 77. Sick. Okay, so we don't need to go to the western hallway, but I'm going to anyway. Actually, we do need to go to the western hallway because that's where the forge is and that's where the sharpening stone is. And that is a requirement. It's not dead. I'm impressed. Isabel's level over 47. Odile is 47. Fantastic. Oh yeah, they're powering up quick. Ah, that's the wrong attack. Well, it died anyway. Ooh, Jade. Rock and paper are left, so scissors. That works. Buy one, get one free. There we go. Level 47 Mirabelle. Perfect. For power. Ah, anxiety. Well, I'm not nearly as strong because I don't have the attack buff. But I can still fuck it up. See? Over half its health. There we go. It gets one tick off. Paper 3. Combo time. Beautiful. I wonder by how much the attack buff actually boosts my attack, because it doesn't feel all that substantial, honestly. Like, it feels like it's like Tear You Apart does about like maybe it's like 1.5 times as much damage, maybe. That seems about right. There's nothing. I can't remember the name of the damn thing. Sometimes Sif remembers, sometimes they don't. Alright, then there's the 2 bedrooms, these, like all the way over this way. Oh wait, no, we do need to go this way, because one of the keys is in one of these other rooms. I thought the key from the kitchen was the key to the boss. I wonder what generates the sadness. That might have something to do with it. Might have something to do with something. There's been very little discussion as to like what the sadness are. Like, to me as the player, they're things to kill for the sake of experience. Because it's an RPG, you have to fight things. They're starting to be level 48. Some papers. They seem to be various newspaper articles about the king. Oh, it's not in the head housemaid's office. You never looked at them very closely before, have you? You take a step forward. Oh, so many articles about the king. His conquest was slow enough that the Vogardian press had time to write about him. I remember that. But there's no one to write them now. You all start reading random articles. This article is about his slow march to Dormont's house. This one is about him probably being from another country than Vogard. Huh? He really isn't Vogardian then? Oh, apparently not. This article says there's no record of him anywhere, up until he appeared out of thin air sometime in his adulthood. Looks like he lived in the city of Corbeau for a few years before he became the king.
So he was a traveler? Like Frin and Dill?
Please don't compare us to him, thank you. That's right. He did talk about Vogardians before. The way he phrased it, it did seem like he thought of Vogardians as people other than himself. And he said he thought of Vogard as welcoming. Always willing to welcome people in, even someone with no name, no home to speak of. You should go and ask the king where he's from later. Oh, this article's about his fashion sense.
Huh?
From what I've heard, he does have a very distinctive hairstyle. This article's more about his armor, actually. They even included a sketch. Look.
Well, it's very shiny, I suppose.
Very imposing.
There's something that caught your attention, though. The patterns.
The patterns? On his chest and gauntlets, you mean?
It's just a weird lozenge. What's so weird about that?
Those are stars.
Stars? What's a star?
The dots in the sky. Sif and I were looking at them yesterday, remember?
Oh. This article here does mention his speech mannerisms. Stars and sky-related things seem to be something he comes back to often.
Stars, huh?
What could be interesting about them? Stars. Is there somewhere in the house where you could find out more about them?
The observatory. Unfortunately, it is down a wrong path on, I believe, the second floor? No, it's on the third floor. So, I guess that means we have to go down the wrong way. Nope, handwriting is terrible. Let's pick a card. Which card do we get this time? Card has a drawing of a pair of scissors. The two of swords. Yep, 2 swords. So, not here.
Some people like to sleep with no pillows, or so I've heard.
Broken egg key. Excellent. Alright, key get. There we go. Now she's confused. Salted broth. Books on the House of Change in a book. And the Cursing of Shadow Castle. Stay silent. You like being able to, yeah. Same things as always. But now I have the key, so let's get out of here. Slap! Smash! There we go. Oh, we're gonna be like level 60, maybe even 65 by the time we get to the king. Somewhere in that range, probably. All right, I think 48 was the threshold for her to learn Lovely Moving Cure. So we'll go back to Memory of Faith. See if she still knows it. Yep, Lovely Moving Cure. We're good. Good. Not dead. God damn. Slap it. No, no, no. I see one... The clump makes me think it's one enemy, but it is not one enemy. My brain is lying to me. It's the autopilot. The autopilot is not very good at its job. Correction, it's very good at its job. It's just not good at noticing the details that active brain is. Hence why it's called autopilot. It all makes very much sense. It explains itself quite effectively. Bam! And for good measure, get over here. Isabel's 49, Odile is 49, and goddamn, we haven't even left the first floor, and she already knows Paper Alpha 5. Hell yes. All right, on we get. Here I go killing again. Oh, perfect. I'm gonna paper the fuck out of this guy. And then it dies. Much to my surprise, it lives. All right. Impossible. Buff everybody. It's still weak to paper. Two more turns. Give my turn to Odile. Make it weak to everything. Bonnie missed because I didn't change their skill. They're weak to everything, so it doesn't really matter. Give the turn to Sif. Oh, I'm going 3. It's not dead. Oh, nice. Oh, very nice. 12,000 experience for everyone. Sephiroth's now level 78. Mirabelle's level 50. Shining Life. Isabeau's 50. Odile is 50. Beautiful. Already level 50. Not even officially started floor 2 yet. Snack time. Friends, huh? Not anymore, madame. It's over between us. We are friends no more. Uh-huh. Huh? Is that new? Is it the first time she said that? A curious, most curious. Take some onigiri this time. Do not make Bonnie sad. People in the house. That's the outcome that leaves everyone happiest. Embarrass the shit out of them. Alright. But you leave Odile be. Alright. Let's go. Okay. Left first, then right. I do want to still examine the people. For some reason, it just feels like the right thing to do. Flounder. Very big plants. While passing through, you take a deep breath and poke.
Feel my cheek again and die.
Yep, message received. You giggle under your breath. Damn, alright, child. Shit. I thought we had a whole thing, a whole moment. Isabel's 51, Odile is 51. Awesome. The power. The growing power. Serve more bread at lunch. It's a lovely, cheesy, mushy love letter from someone named Claude. Oh yeah, that's the roommate. I say about the 3.5% of people who are dual craft type users like Mirabelle. Boring administrative papers. The column. That feels like something. Whole thing about the king. Calling him king might have given him more notoriety than he should have. This is what I was thinking of before. Rock key get. Desolated. All right, got that. Boo. Now Isabeau's getting wise. All right, paper key got. It helps to go through like just the start of these things just so I kind of understand roughly where something is as a reminder. Because so far, thankfully, I haven't been confused as to about like what I need. Or at least like where I need to go next to find certain information about this, that, and the other. Alright, that's another clue. Another womp. Slap. Neutral damage. Good. Smash. Excellent. Mirabelle 51. Awesome. Give more of a hint. There was the mention about the book that, like, possibly being able to reflect attack, so maybe if I do this. Yep, more hints. Fantastic. I want them to suss me out. I want them to figure it out so that they maybe can help me. That Zifrin will finally be able, will finally just be like break down and have to tell them about the loops. I mean, it's a start. If they know, they might be able to do something. A slice? That's not a slice, that's a slap. There's a very clear distinction. Nobody slaps with a knife. Nope, it's not one enemy. Good. Slap. Excellent. Is Bo 52 or Dill 52? Awesome. It's weird that this is probably the most, like, technically the most played game on my channel, because I have done technically 4 whole playthroughs of it so far. I think. No, 3. This is the 4th, and I'm pretty much certain I'll succeed. Because it gets easier every single time I do it. Hell, Liza P doesn't even have this many playthroughs on my channel. Like, this beats it now at 3. So I did 3 playthroughs of that. So now this one's also... They're tied. Well, actually, no, they're not, because this one actually is a little bit more than that. Because now this is like 3 and some change. That one was 3... Like, 3 full stop. Never not save. I'm sorry, what? Did you see that? See a ghost. What? 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 Fucking ghosts? The fuck was that? Huh? I'm so confused. What the fuck was up with that? The fuck was that bullshit? Hang on, let me see the description of that achievement. Just see a ghost. And apparently less than 40% of players have seen that. It's just, did you, this is bullshit. Go. Ooh. All right, cool. Maribel's at 52. All right, get this out of the way. And I got the crying key. It's just another book about the cursing of Chateau Castle. The Bonding Earrings book. The info about Mira. And I messed it up. I just didn't know what to say. I didn't think taking all those different classes taught me anything worthwhile, to be honest. I liked taking them, and I liked learning those things, but I didn't do anything with what I learned, and wasn't even good at any of it. So, wasn't it all just a waste of time? And that's what I ended up saying during the class. And everyone was just silently looking at me, judging me. So, I ran away from the class and stayed in my room for a week. Oh no! Oh, gems. To evade judgment and wait for it to blow over. I get it. But taking all those classes doesn't seem like it was a waste of time, though. It's fine to learn things just for learning's sake. And you never know when that knowledge might come in handy. That's true. But thinking about it now, I felt like I had to do something with that knowledge.
Everyone else in the class felt like they were learning about their passion, you know? Artists taking art classes, getting better at their craft, that sort of thing. But I was just not using those skills outside of class. But just because everyone was doing their way means I can do things my way too. And I can just take a lot of classes because I like to learn. Yeah.
Maybe this is what the head housemaid wanted you to realize when she asked you to prepare this class.
Oh. Maybe.
Huh. You got a memory of learning. Teachable moment. Something about teaching. You'll always remember this.
When memory of learning is equipped, all of your housemaid's craft skills cooldowns will be lowered by 1.
That's pretty good. I think I already looked at this. Yes, I did. And once again, you can sometimes get memory. So again, it's good to just look at stuff again anyway. One enemy, slap it, it dies. I'm still gonna slap it anyway. It's resistant, but that don't matter none. Resistance means nothing in the face of raw power. Also something, something, power of friendship, something, something. Isabel 53, Odile 53, craft skill, craft buff. Sweet. There's the star crest. Alright. Good. All right. Now we get to this part again. Up is the infirmary. I have no need for the infirmary yet, so down we go. I refuse to skip because I don't want it to break again. Okay, good. Open phrase 1, 2, 3. Storage room, the other. Right, the croissant had something different to say. Just brings back bad memories.
Bad memories? Of what?
You clench the silver coin in your pocket. You don't answer.
Don't worry, friend. I'll make the best croissant ever. And you won't have to think about the bad memories anymore because the croissant is going to be too good.
Aww.
Oh, Bonnie, that's a lovely idea. Isn't Bonnie nice, Sifrin?
You smile and nod. A whole someone. File, but it's broken. Shiny piece of glass. Once again, examine the glass since I didn't look at it before. Shiny, sharp, use carefully. What would I even use this for? The cut on your finger is gone, like it never existed. Curious that it lets me look at the glass again, like I'm guaranteed to always cut myself. Look at the glass again. Light of the frozen torches shatters through it, sparkly. And I cut myself. Sharp. She gently takes your hand and wraps a bandage around your finger. So nice, even though she pretends she's not. Next to her, Bonnie carefully takes the glass shard from you and throws it across the room.
Why do you have sharp things like this in your pocket anyway?
Ah, that's also a clue. I don't know what to call them, so I'm just calling moments like that clues. Also, one of the big things, which means 2,000 experience for my friends. We'll use the scissors. Hit it with its weakness. Return back to Sif. Buy one, get one, 3. Good dabblage. Scissors 3. And then knife to meet you again. There we go. Awesome. Oh, very good, very good. Awesome, awesome. Notes on safety. That's the Cursing Your Chateau Castle. The Book Thief. I still have the little wood carving you made of me, Sifrin. Of course, why wouldn't I? It's so very cute. Yeah. Curse me, coward. Got the scissors key. No time. Alright, so that should be enough to get through to the boss of this floor. Slap it again. Awesome. Zipper is now level 79. And Mira's 53. What else we got? Nothing. That's what. I've said that like I was gonna extend the sentence, and I was just like, nope, brain has nothing. So I just stopped myself prematurely. The worst thing about making jokes and being a very jokey person is stammering. Second only to people don't take me seriously when I am serious about something. Because stammering just ruins any joke. Like, the punchline is just severely weakened when you stammer. And I stammer so fucking much. I don't think I don't think I've met anybody who stammers nearly as much as I do. No, not that one. There we go. Do I really even need to swap out memories? I don't think I... No. Yeah, they are memories. I don't really think I do. Like, this is the twins. Alright, just go for the right one. No, wrong one. Fuck. Damn. There we go. Then it eats the other one. Go time. Slap it. Easy. Yes, 14,000 experience for everyone. Mirabelle 54, Isabeau 55, learned not over yet. Odile 55, and learned craft break. Ah, this is a brand new skill. Odile just learned a new skill. Huh. Finally figured it out. Got the memory of craft break. You'll always remember this.
When equipped, your researcher will be able to use craft break as a skill, even if she isn't at level 55. Craft break is a skill that makes an enemy weaker to a craft type's attacks for a few turns. This is also the last skill your researcher will be able to learn by leveling up. Don't push her too hard, Stardust.
All right, so 55 is the level where everyone learns everything that they can. So makes things easy. But didn't she know? Wasn't the other one that I got from like the interaction like Craft Break Alpha? Yeah, Craft Break Alpha. All right, floor 2's done. All this again. Fish head. Still talk to everybody. Dill's looking at you. Never mind. Leave me alone. I'm reading. She has yet to fully suspicion me. We'll get there eventually, though. All right, making good time. Ah, the hands. It's kind of, it does kind of suck that Odile doesn't learn more powerful versions of other craft types. Only paper. But it's fine, I suppose. There we go. Good. Maybe else 55. Awesome. All right, so on this floor, though, we got to go the wrong way. We got to go up to the observatory. Yes. So I need to not go too far deep into autopilot. All right, first this way, because this way, at least it's just the secret room, which just has stuff in it. This is about 56. Oh, Dill 56. Oh, excuse me. I gotta make sure to save, so that way, like, experience numbers and levels are... What's the word? Not consistent. I mean, I gotta make sure to save, so that way the skills and levels are saved. I don't know, there's a better word that I'm trying to think of, but I can't remember it. Chain on the table. Pen without a chain, but at least you can do this. You shake the pendant. It goes ding ding. As if summoned, the funny noises appreciation crew jump it to your side. Ding ding. Dog good. Secret passage. A metric mountain ton of visual novels, or not visual novels, romance novels. I think of the word novel, the first word that comes to mind is visual. All right. Got all the loot. Back to the correct path. Until we don't. Good. We are getting so much strongly. Obscene amounts of strong. Yes, yes, good. Always with the mob fights. Why can't just go back to being just one dude so I can just slap them into non-existence. Good. Alright, to the mirror room. That's not the mirror room. That's the crest room. Hands. Back to Sif. Buy one, get one, 3. Yes. Scissors 3. And then they hit somebody. Yeah, Isabeau's now much stronger. There we go. Combo. $2,000 easy experience. This is the mirror room. Oh, Sif's face changed again. Now he looks to the side a little bit. Alright, we got the smiling cutie. I can't go down. Yeah, I can't go that way. Much appreciated when it's just the one. Level 80 and learn the craft skill Rock Bottom. Rebel's level down, level 56. Oh, can I now just decimate things with rocks? Can I punch things into oblivion now? Deals big rock damage to one enemy. Gives 2 jackpot points. Fuck yes. All this time I've been calling them combo moves. They're called jackpots. I completely forgot. I just wasn't paying close enough attention. So I'm gonna start calling them jackpots. I love how it's now called Rock Bottom. They're much more angry or sad. But yes, now we have 2 big Kerslappas. All I need left is a big scissors Kerslappa. Which I'm not ruling out will happen eventually. Isabel 57, Odile 57, good. Can't go either way yet. Well, I can go down. I shouldn't have looked at this book. Shit. Force of habit to look at the books. God damn it. I have to sit through this now. Posture check. All right. That's done. The hands. I know I looked at this already, but like nothing. Okay. Door opened. Oh, it's rock. I can punch it really hard. Deleted. It gives more experience now. It gives 200. Nearest room. The bomb. The vials. The room that I still don't understand. Right. Bodycraft. Dill. Got the angry key. No time. Tear you apart. All right. We're gonna get the crest, then we're gonna save, then we're gonna go do the wrong thing, and then we're gonna hopefully find something in the observatory. Really, truly, hopefully find something in the observatory. Sif is so high level that, like, he gets so much speed so easily. It's actually so great. Plus the speed buff we start with, it's so good. So very, very good. Oh wait, that is the crest room. I thought that was the mirror room. I keep confusing the two for some reason. All right, now it dies. I think we fought the rock and paper sadnesses, so this one should be scissors. No, it's the rock face. It's the rock sadness. Didn't even need it. Mirabelle 57 is above 58. Odile 58. All right. We got the Star Crest. Now what I do from this point forward may or may not matter. We'll see. So I'm not worried about combat. All right.
Dots in the sky, though. That's stars. Those are stars, right?
Stars, like the king's armor.
Indeed. We should look around.
All right. The timeline is dead. Something's written on it. Looks like a child tried to write down their first word.
Let's show us some awful handwriting. And a determined child. Looks like they tried to write the same word on all those papers.
You can't read it. But 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 you are not able to read it. Pile of papers. But you can't read it. 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 But you are not able to read it. Star charts. A book in Kabuan open on the table. You all look at Odile. A Kabuan book here in Vogard. How rare. This how translates to colors through time? There seems to be an essay about color theory. Color theory? Let's we don't have time for this. Yeah, you don't really care. You can go and reread the book about colors in the secret library if you're so curious. Some books. Just looking at them gives you a headache. World globe. We are here. Skip through all that. Telescope. It's dusty.
What's that?
And we're not gonna... A big window.
Stars!
Don't they only appear at night? We left early in the morning, so it should be light outside. The stars. Stars, like the king's armor. Stars, like the king keeps mentioning. Stars, like... You should remember them. Something in you tells you you should. Every time you raise your head and look up at them, you feel like it's something you've done dozens, hundreds, thousands of times, but you can't remember any of it. You can't remember what you were even trying to see looking up at them. The king. Every time you face him, he asks you the same question. Do you remember? Remembering is not something you're very good at. There's so much you can't remember. You're a very forgetful person, after all. You can't remember basic items. You forget where you're going half the time. You can barely remember people's names. You notice you're starting to forget whole loops. You can barely remember anything that happened before you started looping in time. You can barely remember anything that happened before. Before. You breathe out and unclench your fists. What you can and can't remember doesn't matter much now, does it? The king. Does he want you to remember something? You should go and ask the king what he wants you to remember later. Sif, you okay? Lost in thought, Sifrin. You open your eyes, smile, and shake your head. You have to keep going. So, this gives me a theory that the power of time comes from memories. It has to do with memories and the stars. Something about the stars and memories are linked to being able to travel, or something about them is linked to being able to craft time. How and why, I don't know. Alright, I have to do that. 725. I could loop ahead, but I'm not going to. We're gonna loop back to the start of floor 3. I feel like you forgot something. What were you doing during your last loop? Must not have been important. Okay, yeah, they're all still level 57 and 58, so that's all stayed. Oh, that was weird. I think I broke it a little bit. I bugged it a little bit by moving Mira. Interesting. All right. Switch up my memory so that sadness leave me alone. So I can get back to where I was before, a little bit easier. Because now everything's just about talking with the king. Right, I did need to come in here because I need to get this. There we go. Oh wait, there's vials in there though. All right. And nothing I need that way. Whoops. All right, got the angry key. All right, and we're good. This one was rock, so yeah. One hit. Holy hell. Feels good to one-shot a mini-boss. It feels really good to one-shot a mini-boss. Okay. Now we're caught up again. Not this menu. This menu. This one. Memory of family. Right, we're not done yet. Now we need to go the right way and get the stuffy stuff. There's still stuff in here I want. There we go. they don't got nothing. I think the only ones that ever have anything are the earrings one and Claude at the very, very end. Alright. Well, his attack was lowered. Back to Sif. Buy one, get one free. Ooh, good. Scissors 3. Awesome. All right, bathroom break. You close the bathroom stall door. Once again, you find yourself here, helping your family members be the best version of themselves. Mirabelle, who's starting to accept her unchanging self. Odile, who's learning more about her history. Bonnie, who's starting to understand they were never, ever at fault. Isabeau, who just wanted to talk to you. It's the same as before, isn't it? This is as far as their change goes. They will never change more than they do now. Worse, you won't let them. But it's comforting, isn't it? It's nice, isn't it? You could do this forever, and it wouldn't be so bad, wouldn't it? You used to think it would be perfect to remember everything that happened to you. You don't think you were right, but it's nice still. You'll remember it all now. You won't forget a thing. Even if you're the only one who remembers this time, you're fine. It's better than the alternative, isn't it? It's fine. It's fine. You're fine. You exit the bathroom. Alright, we're all squared away. Let's go. The ghost! Fucking ghosts! What's up with these ghosts? Their face obscured, their silhouette shrouded, their expression hidden. An intact statue of the Change God stands before you. Join them? Sure. You wish for rest. You found the key knife. I'm curious if we can go back and talk to the Change God again. You and Odile look at each other and shrug. Alright, first drop a save. For good measure. There we go. Next up. Sharpening stone. Sharpening stone. Apply to key knife. Take the key knife and sharpening stone and mumble repeatedly. Please be sharp, please be sharp, please be sharp. Done. Got the knife key. Now let's go see if we can talk to the Change God again. right. At least enemy placements are always consistent. Mirabelle's intact statue of the Change God. You look at it a little closer. You try not to make a face and fail. You all shudder. You make sure that Mirabelle doesn't come close to touching it. Alright, nope. Alright, well, no more conversations with the Change God. Duly noted. Nah, I ran past it. I'm not gonna kill it. Kill this one. All right. Now let's get everyone out for the final battle. Memory of the Change God. Memory of Reflection. I want that to stay first strike. Bonnie will never miss. Probably Memory of Victory. Yeah, Memory of Victory. All right, let's do this again. All right. First thing I want to do, throw my turn over to Odile. Crap break Alpha on the main body. Excellent. And then we're gonna paper the fuck out of it. Wait, what? Hang on. Oh, it didn't remove the immunities this time. Interesting. Guess that's what makes it a little bit weaker than before. Like, reduces its usefulness by a little tiny bit. Vulnerable to scissors. Well, it already has the weaknesses, so... It's also now weak to scissors, so... I could take scissors damage, so I might as well just hit it with all the scissors I've got. Back to Sif. Done and done. Siffer's now level 81. Mirabelle's 58. Isabeau's 59. Odil's 59. Cool. Well, I managed to shave an hour off of my runtime this time. Hello again, Claude. I need your secret ingredient, please. Thank you. Isabeau, please bomb me. Thank you. We're still asking. Huh? You know it's not the case, but you still have to say your lines. You don't want to risk anything by changing the script, do you? Malonga Fritters. This is nice. Even now, you're enjoying this. It's perfect, this path. It's a lot of work, but it's real. In this moment, you are loved. Because you forced them to. Thank the boy. Or, not the boy, the child. No. For better or worse, you'll never have that talk. Unfortunately, we didn't break level 60 for the fight with the king, but it's whatevs. I'm Red Doy. Remember what? More powerful, stronger, faster, protected. The knife key glows more powerful. Is there enough for this part? Yes. You've heard this before. Let's talk. What should I remember? Every single time you face him, he asks if you remember. There's something he thinks you should know. Should remember, but... Does it really matter, Sifrin? He could just be trying to confuse you.
Yeah! Speaking in riddles to Frin. Stop trying to confuse him. He hasn't forgotten anything.
But you have, haven't you? You try not to think about it, but... What have I forgotten?
Forgotten? Oh, bright one, bright one. Why? Why would you ask? Don't you know at this point that you've forgotten? Don't you know at this point what you've forgotten? Haven't you always known? Can't you see the hole it's left behind? If not, what used to fill it? Don't you feel it? Its absence.
What the crap is he?
All of it. You've forgotten it all, bright one. They all have. We all have. No one can say it. No one can even remember it. It escapes us. It will keep escaping us. Oh, why don't you remember? I can tell everything from your accent to the way you use craft, to the stitching on your cloak and hat, to the pins you wear. You should remember. You and I, of all people standing here, should remember. Bright one, please, please, just remember it. Say it. Make it real. Please. If you can remember, then maybe.
What is happening? Is he okay? Something we've all forgotten?
I haven't forgotten anything, stupid.
Sif? Something you've forgotten. Something everyone has, even if they don't pay attention to it. The hole it is left behind. Something bigger than just the stars. What you're trying to remember doesn't exist anymore, but someone might still have written proof it existed, haven't they? Ask the king. Where are you from? The king looks straight at you.
What about you, bright one? Where are you from?
You flinch. You do not answer. You cannot answer. You hear the king laugh. Alright, nothing to ask anymore. Well, now I gotta go look for books about something everyone has forgotten. Whatevs. Yeah, lead it. Lead with it, sure. RT Silent Burst. Lower his defenses. Paper Alpha 5. Make up the time. Ah, yeah, Sif lost all of the buffs there, so we'll use the Adorable Moving Shield again. Dispo slap. Paper jackpot. Excellent. So now for this part, yes. You've heard this before. Was it always this easy to fight the king? Absolutely not. Throw it on over to Adil. Paper 3. Oh. We got it. We got bombs.
Oh. It's time, saviors.
The vision of the future. It hurts, but not too bad. Throw on Regenerate. Pretty buffy friend. Right, I need to throw the bomb before the tears buff the king. go. Craft break alpha. Ow. Tear you apart. So now for this part, you have heard this before. Heal everybody, might as well. Get everyone's buffs going again. Slow the king down. Thank you, Bonnie. Give my turn to Mira. Starts the silent burst. He waits. This should kill him. If that didn't, the jackpot will. Oh yeah, he's dead. 9,000 damage. God damn. Now for this part, yes. You have heard this before. Once again with the disappearing. And it's done. You all attacked the king. Like before, as always, Mirabelle's attack brings the king to his knees.
No, I can't. I can't disappear. Not yet. Not when. I still can't say it. Oh.
Whatever it is. Alright, it is done. We win! You did it! Once more. Here again. You loop back once you talk to the head housemaiden. It's all over if you talk to her. But why? What if I just tried to leave after I talked to everybody? Whoop whoop. Odile, follow the script. You can never go back home. Weird how Bonnie, both times I've done that, has like been weirdly like down lower, like a tile lower than they should be. Didn't work the first time, but alright, what if I just left? Bye. Can't go back. Yes, you can, stupid. The king is dead. You can leave. There's no laws against leaving. That's the sun outside. Jump over the balcony and just run away. There's that star in the distance. What the fuck is up with that? Fuck is that star there? Fuck is you? Gleaming and shit. I did not mean to talk to him 3 times there. Can I look at these little cords? Like these little, like, hanging thing of things? No. All right, lady. It's all over if you talk to her. Just a little longer. Just a little longer. Talk to her. This is the end. Soon. It'll happen soon. Everyone's doing the same thing as usual. Until they notice you. Sifrin? Something wrong? You smile. In this moment, she loves you. Sifrin? What is it? Is everything okay? Huh? What's happening? In this moment, he loves you.
Friend?
In this moment, they love you.
Sifrin, what's...
In this moment, she loves you.
Sifrin, what's... Sifrin, what's...
Is something happening? The air around us, it feels like... Oh.
My head hurts.
Sifrin!
They're all running, reaching towards you. They all love you.
Sifrin!
Sif! Sifrin! Isn't it wonderful? You could do this forever. Loop 16? 16? What? I was on loop 13. Well, then again, I did loop with the thing, but still, that I should be on loop 15 then, right? Because I went in on 13. I went to the observatory on loop 13, got the tier, that was loop 14. Finished the entirety of it. So there's an entire loop that I'm missing. You're back here. You're happy to have helped everyone become the best version of themselves again. Well, the music's back to normal. Here again. Talk to you later, Mira. You watch her go. You again. Dill. She can't remember her sister's name, but isn't that because her sister went to... Stop thinking about it. Okay, now I'm putting it together. That language that gives me a headache, the place that everyone can't seem to remember, wherever Sifrin is from. Same thing with the king. They're all from the same place. They're all the same region. That's the memory that's the thing no one can remember. That's the thing that's making everyone's head hurt. It's basically a cognito hazard. New loop, new blessing. Just touch the statue you like the most and close your eyes. You breathe in and out. Crouching down, you whisper to the statue and ask, we'll do strength this time. Strength, strength, strength. You want you and your family members to be strong enough to defeat anything. It's what you want. You actually feel a little more powerful. You do a little flourish with your dagger. You and your family members' attack got boosted. Close your single eye. Get fishing out of the way. I will go fishing. You do the usual fishing preparations and sit down. You haven't gone fishing for long, but it already feels like something you've done forever. Once again, you didn't catch anything, but you got stronger. Here we go again. I have time. Yes. Right, there was the book in between things that made my head hurt. No. There's an old book stuck between the shelf and the wall. Book out again? Yes. Book out again, you try to read the title until your hands hurt from gripping the book. You put it back. God. Knowledge about books that... Nope. So, Sifrin's now looking for books about something that no one can remember, and I'm certain it's this weird language. It all culminates to whatever's behind that door on the 3rd floor. Need to talk to the favor tree. Have another conversation with Loop. So, got any theories about the loops I'm trapped in?
Why would I?
Your name is literally Loop.
Oh, stars above, it is.
Ugh.
But just because I call myself Loop doesn't mean I know anything. I'm just bad at names. but I'll see what I can do. What's your question?
Do you know anything that could help?
Such a broad question, Stardust. As I've told you before, I know as much as you do right now.
How can that be?
What do you mean?
Aren't you here to help me? Why don't you know more about the loops you're supposed to help me with? Don't you tee-hee me.
Aww. I still don't have a good answer for you, Stardust. Isn't it already nice that you have me to talk to about those loops? You could be alone, stuck with only your tiny brain for company with no one to talk to. Okay. Well, why don't we summarize what we know about those loops? We might find something out.
You sigh and nod. Nothing better to do, you suppose.
So, you're currently stuck in a time loop for some unknown reason. The loop starts when you wake up in Dormont and seems to end when you talk to the head housemaiden.
Unless I die first or touch a tear.
Yes. Maybe the loop considers getting frozen in time by those tears a sort of death. But why aren't you looping back when you get frozen in battle?
Huh? Isn't it because... I thought the tears worked differently than an actual time freeze skill.
Is that so? Well, you're the one getting frozen, so you know. So you loop if something keeps you from advancing in some way. I wonder if other things could count as keeping you from advancing.
Like what?
Like, what if we cut off your legs? Would you immediately loop back? You can't advance if you have no legs, right?
I'd rather not test that one.
Aww, but understandable.
But it is interesting, though. What makes you loop? What makes the loop actually loop? You feel like you can remember a few times when time looped back on its own, even if it was just a few minutes.
Maybe, does the loop consider talking to the head housemaiden something that keeps you from advancing somehow?
Oh, maybe, but what would advancing even mean then? Toward what goal? Is there something that happens when you talk to the head housemaiden that makes a certain goal impossible to accomplish?
As you found out, all this might be the work of Timecraft, a power that should be impossible to use. But you and the king are somehow able to manipulate it.
But am I manipulating Timecraft if I can't control it?
But you can, can't you? You can more or less control where you come back, except when you talk to the head housemaiden. Except when you talk to the head housemaiden, it seems, which brings you back to the start. Just being able to loop back in time and avoid death might count as you being able to use Timecraft.
But if Timecraft is supposed to be too dangerous to even use, how did I get that power?
And how can you break the loop for good? Yes, those are the big questions, aren't they? I do wonder about the limitations of your powers still. What makes you actually loop? Somehow, I feel like finding out more about that would be useful. Stardust, we've been talking for a while, so maybe not right now. But when you have some time, will you hang out with me for a bit?
Huh? Hang out?
I have a theory I'd like to test. And we haven't spent any time together, Stardust. I'm lonely. I want to have a long conversation with someone. Anyone. I want to hang out.
Ugh.
Again, it doesn't have to be right now. Our little hangout time might last a while. Maybe even longer than the rest of the day. I'm sure you have plans for this loop, so I can wait until you have time. Okay?
A theory Loop would like to test about the loops. It might be useful. You should talk to Loop and hang out with them when you have time then.
Yay! I'll be waiting, Stardust! In the meantime, how can I help you on this wonderful new loop?
Figure out about what I should do next. Find out more about the king. What should I do now?
The king says everyone has forgotten something, including himself, including you. But why would anyone write down what they've forgotten? Why would anyone know its importance if they can't remember? Except, you know, don't you? You know, don't you? Something no one can remember. Something other than the stars. You have proof. You just need to go and find it.
You don't want to have to open that diary again. But you have to. Oh, the diary on the library floor. That is the second floor. I mean, I do have plans this loop, but I don't care. So I can always just do them later. So let's hang out with Loop. Get something new. We can hang out now.
Oh! Our theory hangout! Yes! But we can't actually hang out right now. It'd be pretty useless. So how about you come back here early tomorrow? After you're done acting things out at the clock tower.
Wait, you want me to sneak out?
And spend a loop with me? Yes.
But you always go to the house after the clock tower. If you're not here, what will everyone do? What will everyone think?
Does it matter what they think? They'll forget it all in your next loop after all.
I guess it doesn't.
Neat! Will you come then?
I'll come, yeah.
Neat! I'll see you soon then.
You nod. Spend the rest of the night with everyone. Early in the morning, while everyone is still asleep, you quietly slip away and head to the favor tree. But you can't see Loop anywhere.
Up here, Stardust! Up here! Up there, Stardust! Up there!
Up there? Did Loop go back to their home or something? You look up. Loop is waving at you from the top of the tree.
I'm here! I'm here! Come and join me, Stardust!
How?
Oh, come on! Just climb the tree! I know you can do it.
You sigh and climb the tree.
Ah, isn't it pretty, Stardust? We're so high up!
You are. You can see the house from there. Everyone will be inside the house soon. You try not to think about it.
Thank you for coming to today's Loop Hangout. If you hang out with me, it'll take some time and... well, you know how this goes.
I sure do.
I haven't actually prepared anything to talk about. So, tell me about yourself, Stardust.
Really? I'd rather not.
Huh? Why not?
Don't you already know me?
Hmm?
It just feels like it. You know too much about me. You knew my name. You know how I think. You knew before we even met. You knew me before we even met, didn't you?
Kind of.
Kind of? Do I know you?
Oh, no, you don't know me. Tee. Don't worry, your memory isn't failing you this time. We met under the favor tree. That was the very first time we've ever seen each other.
Is that so? So then... is that why you're helping me? Because you know me?
Oh. Not really. When I decided to help you, you were not a factor in the slightest. You are now, I suppose. But does that mean you actually believe me when I say I'm here to help? You don't think I'm lying and I'm actually the one trapping you here or whatever? You don't think I'm lying or the one trapping you here or whatever? You really believe that I'm here to help you?
I do.
Oh. You always surprise me, Stardust. I know I wouldn't believe myself if I was in your place. Maybe time has made me more jaded than you are, but it's fine. Whether you believe me or not, I'm here to help you. So you can escape this loop.
So you believe it's possible? For me to escape?
Of course. Why would I be here otherwise? I'm trapped here with you after all. I want to escape just as much as you do. I know how it feels, to be stuck somewhere with no hope of escape. Forced to relive the exact same events over and over. Taking any deviation as a sign that things are finally going to change. That everything will be okay. And finding yourself trapped still. Look at me, talking and talking. Don't pay attention to me. I'm doing fine.
Loop laughs sadly and looks at the house in the distance. Tell me about yourself, Loop.
I'd rather not. Tee-hee.
Loop winks and blows you a kiss. Despite yourself, you laugh. You hear Loop laugh softly as well.
Say, Stardust, that reminds me. I can't believe your first death was being crushed by the very first trap. How embarrassing!
Hey. You and Loop animatedly talk about the different things you've done during your loops. It's nice to be able to talk about them with someone. You talk and talk until the sun has risen high above you in the sky.
Ah. It'll happen soon. It'll happen soon now.
What will?
The theory crafting part of our hangout session, of course.
Huh? You open your mouth to ask, and then... Whoa. You heard a horrible sound. Your head. You saw something.
I'm glad you decided to spend time with me, Stardust. Sorry it's going to end with this.
What?
I thought maybe it wouldn't happen, but... See that light in the distance? It's from the king's floor. I see it every time you get far enough to fight him. His first attack.
The king's first attack? How long have you been talking to Loop? Who was the king attacking? Who was he... The king doesn't attack or do anything until you get to him. He would only attack if someone...
I can feel it. Every time. Whatever he does makes you see something, doesn't it? Something awful. Something so terrible that it's enough to bring anyone close enough to their knees. Stars, I wonder who he attacked.
You can't even hear Loop speak. Your friends. They were against the king just now. You know how to survive his first attack. You found out, but... You hear someone cry out. You look at Loop. Loop is just looking at you, not saying anything. There's no pity in their gaze, no sadness, just some slight impatience, like, did you figure it out yet? Did you figure out what made the king attack just now? There's only one answer, Stardust. Just figure it out already so we can move on. Who was the king fighting? Who did the king just kill? Did you figure it out yet?
Did you?
You start screaming. It's because you weren't there! They died because you weren't there! They're gone because you weren't there! You clutch your head, your hair, your stomach, because you weren't there. Because of you, they're gone! They're gone! Because of you, 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 because of you! You stumble and fall to your knees. You breathe harshly in and out. It's not working. You can't take a full breath. You can't. You hit the ground with your fist. Why? Loop does not answer. Did you know this would happen?
Which part? You looping back or your party dying? I had a suspicion about the former. I was certain about the latter.
You! Loop is looking straight at you. They don't even seem to care that you drew out your dagger. Somehow, this calms you down.
If I tell you to breathe, will you?
You breathe slowly in and out. What was that for?
For funsies, of course!
You take a step forward.
And because I was curious to know how the loop works. Aren't you?
How the loop work? How the loops work? How could what just happened teach you anything about the loops?
Think, Stardust. Why did you loop back just now?
Huh? Because the king won, isn't it?
Why would the king winning make you loop? You don't immediately loop back the second you and your party lose, don't you?
Don't you? I kind of do, though.
No, Stardust. You loop when you die.
No, it takes a little bit.
You loop when you die, Stardust. The fact that the king wins is irrelevant. But you didn't die just now, did you? So why did you loop?
But
It's the same with the head housemaiden. You don't die when you talk to her, so what makes you loop? You loop when the head housemaiden talks to you, and you looped just now. Why? Don't you think this would be important to figure out?
Loop's right. There have been other times you backed without dying, too. But what could be the reason?
I wasn't lying when I said I wanted to spend time with you. We never got the opportunity to really talk, after all. But yes, I figured this would happen. I won't say sorry, so you can stop waiting for it.
You don't answer.
Well, it looks like that's all you can find out about the loops for now. But you can still find out more about the king, can't you? I'll be ready to help you out next loop. But for now, I think we both need some time. Come back next loop, Stardust.
You just walk away. Does this mean I can talk to everybody again? Does this mean I can go fishing again? Nope. Mirror's already done. So, technically this is the same loop. Do I need to spend time with everybody again? You know what? Fuck it, we'll find out. Let's do the thing. Let's actually use the mechanics we've been given. Step closer. Yep. Here we go. You slipped on a banana peel. That's floor 1. That's floor 2. Use 15 Stardust to loop forwards to floor 2 with all doors opened. Yes. Loop 18. Truly a dangerous forbidden fruit. But since death seems to be the easiest way to loop, this banana peel might come in useful sometime. Alright, let's switch things up a bit. I think it's best if I abandon my plan of trying to do this in as few loops as possible. Let's see. Alright, hang on. What craft skills does she know? She's level 53, so she definitely knows things, so we're good. Memory of Faith. Yeah, Memory of Stargazing. No, this one needs to say Memory of First Strike. Memory of Safe Rooms. Alright, to the secret library. Or just the regular library, actually. Let's go read the diary. Didn't mean to fight this thing, but whatever. You managed to beat the king earlier. You feel stronger. You gain a lot of XP. Zipper is now level 82. Isabel's level 54 and learn the craft skill. Not over yet. Odile is level 54. Pass. The diary. You probably should right now. Sure. is what I usually say, but I also love to think about boring, mundane, everyday problems for a bit. Dear diary, split. Save us from thinking about our problems.
Mel, pick a page.
One page and then we're going.
I'm reading again? Okay,
Everyone huddles around her. Mirabelle takes a deep breath and opens it straight to the middle. Aunt told me to clean my room today. I hate cleaning my room. My room isn't even dirty. Why doesn't she understand? Also, Dad noticed no one can say the name of the island north of here anymore. I tried to say it yesterday, and I got, like, the weirdest headache for hours. Might trick my friends into saying it tomorrow. The rest is just doodles of a little girl laughing uproariously. Ah, the island north of Vogard. Ah, the island north of Vogard. I remember when it happened. Well, remember isn't the right word, is it? We all just know something happened. And an entire stretch of land disappearing from people's minds doesn't happen often, does it?
I think my village was really close to it. My sister said it was all everyone could talk about for weeks.
that's so frightening. I'm glad that whatever happened, she didn't get caught up in it.
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
Still, that country's name. What was its name again?
Oh, I think it was something like...
Don't say it.
Crap! The name of this country. Try to remember. Remember. Only silence answers you. Is this what the king wanted you to remember? Just remember it. Say it. Make it real. You can't say it. You don't even want to try, but... You turn to Isabeau. But can you try and say it anyway? Huh? But why? It's just gonna give me a headache. Isabeau looks at you. Something about your expression makes him reconsider. Well, sure, Sif. I'll say it. The country's name was... You know, I had it before, but now that I'm actively trying to remember it, nothing comes to mind. Huh. Is that so?
You're dumb, Za. I knew it. You're dumb, Za. I know it. It's... What? But...
Wait. Huh? What's...
Can't remember it either, yeah? When you asked me, answering you felt automatic. Like, if you asked me what 1 + 1 makes. But trying to remember it now is more like...
like calculating 72 times 89?
No, that's 6,408. I have a brain and I know how to use it.
What?
Isabeau?
Nah, it felt more like asking me to remember my first steps. How can I remember that? I can't remember that. How can you expect me to remember that? What a terrible analogy. But I can't seem to remember it either. When we were talking about it, I could think it clearly, but trying to remember it now, let alone say it.
I can't remember the country itself either. I just remember it was an island north of Vogard. And it had a different belief than the change belief, didn't it? Something about the sky?
You know, the universe.
That's right, the universe.
Oh yeah, like stars and stuff.
We also know that people could remember that country clearly before. And... Ugh, my head is killing me.
And we know that trying to remember stuff makes our brains hurt.
Let's stop here. It'd be bad to fight the king with a raging migraine. Yeah. Sorry we couldn't say it, Sif. You don't respond. Stars. So the king is from that country as well. The country no one can remember. Your country. The country you were born in, raised in, spent your entire childhood in. And yet, even now, thinking about it, what it may have looked like, you can't even imagine it. For a long time now, you haven't been able to remember anything about it. You forget it even exists half the time. Anything linked to that country has just stopped existing for you. Your childhood, your parents, your life, your language, your culture, your faith, the stars, the constellations, the universe. It's all gone, forgotten. The king. He was from there, you're sure of it. And then something happened, and the country disappeared without a trace, unable to be remembered by anyone. No one can remember what made everyone forget about its very existence. But something must have, right? But if it happened, if he's attached to it, he asks you... If he's attached to it, he asks you if you remember it every single time you see him. If he's so attached to that country, Why would he be so obsessed with Vogard then? Why would he decide to freeze it all in time? You can't figure it out quite yet, but there must be something somewhere. Something that's similar to his goal. And I... Call Luke. Take the secret hand sign and think about talking to Luke. What should I do next? Help everyone? I just need help in general.
What, need help with your family members again? You know what to do. Just help them all out in the same loop and go through the whole house with them.
But you know it won't change anything.
It really won't.
So, do I really need to help them again?
Do you want to help them again?
Yes, of course.
Well, you can help them again if you want, but you really don't need to. They'll do just fine without you, you know. Who do you think you are? Their savior? Silly. If you do help them, you can just zone out and fast forward to it. If you get bored. And you'll still get a nice skill for them out of it. I pity them, though. I wonder if they'd think that you're doing this out of obligation. Or worse, just because it makes your life easier.
That's... Ouch. What about the king? What should I do now?
So the king is from that country. The country no one can remember. The way he asks if you remember every time you meet him. The way he talks about the stars, the universe. I never knew before. Never would have guessed. But then...
Why is he so focused on Vogard?
Exactly. Why freeze Vogard in time specifically?
We know he appeared in Vogard in his adulthood.
In the city of Corbeau, right? It's a nice place to live. And he must have stayed long enough to have put down some roots.
He said earlier he thought Vogard was perfect.
Perfect. And yet he wanted to freeze it in time. Freezing something perfect in time. Somehow it reminded me of something, but I forgot. Dee! You should look around for something similar to what he wants. Then maybe if you get stuck, I might have remembered what freezing something perfect in time is making me think of.
I don't know.
I don't know if there's anything you can do to find out more about the loops right now. But you have other things to do, don't you? You have to find out more about the king, after all. You can go back to your loop quest after you're done with this, don't you think?
Freezing something perfect in time. I mean, the only instance of that I know of is when the king mentions it. Like a picture. A picture. The mirror. Alright, this is the part where we start looping willy-nilly. had a good sleep. I have a fuck ton of Stardust, so... Loop on ahead. Loop 19. Dreamt you're eating a rotten apple. Your stomach hurts already. Why is this here? Like, I looped ahead to where all the doors are unlocked. You and your family members. Fuck. Maybe I can look at the picture? Mirror picture. Nothing of particular. Fucking what? I'm confused. Okay, I think we need to loop back to before we open the doors, actually. You had a good sleep. Yeah, loop back to the start of the 3. Loop 20. 1! Loop 20 times. Oh, it's been 1, 2, 3. You just passed your 20th loop. 20. Is that a lot or too little still? Back to it. Alright, let's go look at the mirror and then we'll call it a stream. Clearly, we don't even need to pick up that key. Picture of all of you. Hotel looks at you. Glad to have the picture back. It's proof. Proof that you're here on this journey. Proof that you were with your family members. Proof that you love them. Even if you forget, and you forget a lot, it's proof that you and your friends existed. Proof that you were happy. Proof that this moment happened. Perfectly frozen in time. After the country was forgotten, the king was welcomed by Vogard, wasn't he? Welcomed and helped and loved. To the point where he sees Vogard as perfect. But no one knows why the country was forgotten. What's keeping Vogard from being forgotten the exact same way? Wasn't it his duty, as thanks for welcoming him, to make sure such a fate would never befall Vogard? What else could he do but make sure this perfect country was preserved in amber forever? How could he ever let go? You understand the king more than you'd like to, but still, he's... You want to talk to him again. And that means we're gonna do... I was about to say we're gonna do everything again. Do I really need to do everything again with us being as strong as we are? I'll think about it. I've got a week after all. It's worth a shot. All right. That's going to do it for this stream. Thank you all so much for watching, and I really hope you all enjoyed. Bye!